Hello everyone, welcome to Maker Monday. So we're going to learn quite a few things tonight. Let's get into it.
And today we're going to be working with Thunkable to create our very own mobile app that can be published on the Android and iOS store. Let's get started by creating our app now. Once you log in, all you gotta do is go to Create New App and click on it. Type in whatever you like for your app name. I'm going to put Testing 2 on it, just for fun. Now, the main things we have to worry about when we get our project set up, the Tutorial tab over here has a variety of tutorials that'll teach us how to use the platform. The Design tab will show us everything that's going to be in our app. Add Components down here is where you can add things like buttons, text-to-speech, or messaging protocols to your app. Screen 1 is what's going to be on your app. Right now, we only have Screen 1 on it right now. And Blocks is where you're going to do your programming. So right now, we're going to go under User Interface under Add Components, and I'm going to drag a button to Screen 1. And I'm going to grab some text input, drag it on over. And finally, we're going down to Voices under Add Components. And I'm going to grab text-to-speech. Alright, so right here we can see everything that's part of our app at the moment. So now all you gotta do is go to Blocks, and then we can start programming what they're gonna do. So first up, we're gonna start with button 1. We're gonna click on it. Drag when button 1 clicked, do blank. We're just going to hold the left mouse button, drag it to Screen 1, and let go. And this is going to be the beginning chain of our blocks. And from here, we're just going to put everything together like a Lego piece. And it's just going to fit in without having to worry about it. So now we're going to go text-to-speech 1. Choose in text-to-speech 1, call speak. Drag it on over. And we're going to put it right there. And there we go. Snap together. You want to make sure it does snap together, though, because if it was outside of the block, then it's probably not going to work properly. From here, I'm going to choose what's going to be said. So instead of hello, I'm going to go with how are you? And now we're going to go to text input 1. And I'm going to choose this green one right here from text input 1, set hint to type here. I'm going to drag that under our purple block text-to-speech 1. Snap it in just like that. And this is going to be titled Testing. Alright, I have a super simple program built right now. All I'm going to do is hit Live Test. And it'll take us to this screen. If you click this button, it's going to run your function.
How are you?
Hey, got my testing showing up on the speech bubble here, and got the voice to say, how are you?
You can publish it to the App Store,
Google Play, or Web Pro, though that would require a pro subscription to Thunkable. You can download a copy of the app under the iOS app or an Android app and try and test it out on your phone if you like. You can make a copy, share it, and just a heads up, all accounts that are free will have their apps available to the public to use and modify. If you want a private version of your app where only you or select people can work on it, you're going to have to pay a subscription to Thunkable for that.
how to get an app submitted for review on the Apple Store. When you are done with your app and you are ready to publish it on the Apple App Store, the first screen you will see is the one to the right. Basically, it's just a heads-up warning that the application you will need to fill out will take a while. You will need an Apple Developer Program membership if you want to create an iOS app. If you click on Don't Have One, it will take you to this link. It seems like you need an Apple ID and the developer membership, which costs $100 a year. To find out more about the developer membership, you can follow the link below. So from here, you will be working in the Apple Developer website and on the Thunkable website in order to submit your app for review or publication. Thunkable will need 3 things from you to continue the process of registering your app. They are your app name, your team ID, and your bundle ID. The app name is something you choose, but it can't share a name with any other apps in the iOS store. The team ID is assigned to you by Apple. This will be used for every app you publish in their store to link it to you. And the bundle ID is a secondary unique ID to tag your app to you, but this one isn't visible to the public. You will also need to download a CSR form. You should be able to get the file from Thunkable once you have it filled out. You can upload a certificate. Next, you need to go to the certificate page of your Apple developer account. You can find the page below. Just a heads up, you can only have up to 2 certificates on your account. If you need to generate another one, you will need to revoke a previous certificate to generate a new one. The certificate you need is the iOS distribution, App Store, and Ad Hoc. Upload the CSR form you downloaded from Thunkable. Click the blue download button and you'll download a copy of your certificate onto your computer. When you are back in Thunkable, click the Upload Certificate button and choose the file you just downloaded. Under the Developer Apple account, you'll want to click on the Profile tab and the blue plus button that is next to it. You'll want to create a distribution profile for the App Store. Next, you'll click on a drop-down menu and select the app you want to create a profile for. From here, select the ticket you want to use. Give your profile a name and click Generate. Now you will download the profile to your computer. The profile will have a .mobile provision file type. You will need this file for the next step on the Thunkable website. All you have to do next is upload the provisioning profile onto the Thunkable website. After you upload the .mobile provision file and click Next, you will then be taken to a page to create an app-specific password. Make sure to write down this password since you will need it if you ever need to update your app in the future. The purpose of this extra password is to make sure that it's only you that has access to the ability to modify your app. The next step in the process is to create a new on App Store Connect. Just click the link that pops up and it will automatically open a new tab in your web browser for you. In App Store Connect, you will want to click on My Apps. Next, click on the blue plus sign at the top left corner of the screen and then click on New App. Insert the app name and bundle ID you created earlier for this app. Next, you will click Create. The final step you have to take is upload an icon for your app to use as the display image. Next, you will select the version and build number you want your app to use. Each time you update your app, you will need to increase the value of the build number. You can set it up so that Thunkable can do that for you. The final step. Here, you will explain to Apple why your app will need permissions to use the device's function. For example, if you need to access their storage, you have to explain to them why you need to access their storage. Or if you need to use their camera, you'll explain why you need to. After that, your app will be submitted to the App Store Connect. From here, you will be on our final phases for proper review and submission to the Apple Store. You have to fill out the app information page, which will include a link to a privacy policy URL. You also have to set up the pricing and availability of your app. This will determine how much your app will cost and the regions of devices it is available for. Once you submit this information, you have to wait for approval from Apple, but if all goes well, you will be on the iOS store.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more Maker Monday videos, check out this playlist. You can also learn more about the JCPL Creative Space at www.jesspublib.org/creativespace.